What's up guys, Blade Master here, back with some more Total War Rome 2 online action. This is another match that I played against Skirmishy Magnus, and this is going to be a really fun match between two pretty heavyweight barbarian factions, but it's not going to be traditional barbarian builds from at least me, and pretty untraditional from Skirmishy Magnus, as is tradition with him. He loves to bring those non-traditional builds. So in this matchup, I've taken Galatia, he has taken Boii, we're fighting in Damarisana. Very, very straightforward there, but with Galatia, I've actually taken 4 horse skirmishers up in front, and I'm going to start harassing his units pretty early on. I've also brought 2 Celtic slingers, 3 mercenary Syrian archers, a total of 6 Galatian legionaries, 1 Galatian swords, 2 mercenary Cappadocian cav, and 1 noble horse general. On the other hand, Skirmishy Magnus has brought 5, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 spear levy freemen who've wasted a javelin volley on my horse skirmishers. The fact that these horse skirmishers are so quick means that they can actually bait those javelins from them pretty easily. And he's also brought a total of 3 spear warriors, a couple of light horse and a couple of heavy horse. And what is this? 2 old sworn, 3 old sworn, and 4 sword followers. So very deadly Boii build, I would say. The light horse are concerned for me with this build, which is very strange. You usually don't see light horse being a concern for a Galatian army. But the way I need to proceed with this game is to harass his heavy horse and kill off at least some of his cav. Kill off some numbers of his cav. Even if I just kill the light horse, that's fine with me, so that I can be able to effectively kite with my army and use their skirmish potential to its maximum degree. So here, getting a horse skirmisher javelin volley onto the rear of his heavy horse is not good for him. You can see they've already taken 6 casualties just from that one volley. And yeah, I see some people not really rating horse skirmishers, but I really like them because of their anti-cav potential. Now, if hypothetically Galatia had mercenary Scythian horse archers, they would take 2 or 3 volleys even with heavy shot to start getting some kills on the heavy horse. And you can see just one javelin volley doing so much damage to light horse and heavy horse, getting like, how many kills have they got? 24 kills on cavalry with 2 volleys. That's just insane, and that's not something that you would see with any bow cav unit, even if they use heavy shot. And that's exactly why I like to see these units, because it's so easy to just screen off with levy freeman that you only have time to maybe shoot 1 or 2 volleys max before your enemy starts using his levy freeman to screen them off. And just with 1 or 2 volleys, you can get 3 or 4 kills on heavy horse and do a lot of HP damage as well. So that's why I think 41 missile damage, cheap javelin cavalry like those horse skirmishers can actually have a pretty big role in the game. Now I'm forced to pull back, and I'm wasting some javelin volleys with my horse skirmishers on his spear warriors. You need to turn off fired will. You need to be very active with your micro with them in order to use them very effectively. Here, these horse skirmishers, they just managed to bait a volley. I think they lost like 6 units from those spear warriors. Now I'm forced to pull back with some of my other horse skirmishers. He's using his light horse's maneuverability very effectively here. He's going to be able to very easily flank my army. I'm forced to use one of my mercenary Cappadocians to chase after them, but now I'm going to go ahead and charge into his heavy horse and kill them off. They're already pretty depleted, but this means that his sword followers can get great shots on my Cappadocians. So this is not a very good move by me. I was forced into it because I needed to save my Celtic slingers and mercenary Syrian archers, which is not a good move in hindsight. I was just like forced into it, and I was scrambling at this point, just pulling back with the rest of my troops. And here you can see his light horse are about to come in for a charge, and they will actually get a lot of kills on my Syrian heavy archers, but they will get summarily slaughtered by a lot of my Galatian troops at this point. I'm also trying to scramble with my mercenary horse skirmishers and try to get into some pretty decent positions with them. Again, I need to pull back. I'm forcing my units to pull back at this point, and you can see the formation right now. I'm just scrambling. This just shows. This is the clear evidence of someone scrambling. The formation is all over the place, but I managed to kill off his heavy horse here with my mercenary Cappadocians. They've only taken 29 or 30 kills, 30 casualties in the process. Here, my Celtic slingers and my Syrian heavy archers should be able to get some shots in. Pulling back with some of them though because of his heavy horse onrushing. And I'm also going to charge in with my Galatian legionaries against them. I'm forced to pull back. I need to pull back with these units at this point. Meanwhile, his light horse is lurking in the rear, and they should, he's doing this perfectly. He's timing charge with his light horse so that he can bog down my units from the rear. while he charges in with his sword followers and oath sword. I'm forced to charge in with my noble horse general here against his sword followers. They didn't get a javelin volley off. Meanwhile, his heavy horse are taking some casualties from my horse skirmishers. I charged in and pulled back, and now his oath sword will get a great charge onto my Galatian legionaries. But yeah, these Galatian legionaries are basically done. His light horse down only by 2 units. They've gotten 18 kills. So definitely not going in my favor at this point. My mercenary Cappadocian Cap just getting chased off by his Levy Freeman and actually getting slaughtered in the process. My noble horse though, general down by a lot of units despite only getting 17 kills. But at this point, it's good for me now. Exactly now is good for me because I've managed to hold down some of his units with my Galatian legionaries. Immediately pop shield wall onto them to increase their holding power, and just blobbing onto these units, onto these isolated units, is actually perfect for me because I can get good shots with good angles with my Celtic slingers and my mercenary Syrian archers, of course. His Oathsworn general down to only 86 units because I've been getting some shots with my mercenary Syrians while I was kiting back initially. Meanwhile, his Oathsworn getting taking some shots from my mercenary Syrians onto their rear, and now this one Oathsworn general unit is perfect bait for my mercenary horse archers. Sorry, a perfect target for my mercenary horse archers. They will get some shots in the process. Yeah. But as for the general battle, not in my favor at all. Galatian legionaries will last for a while against his Oathsworn, but they will take a lot of casualties and they will die. Here, his Oathsworn though, they are going to get rounded up and destroyed because I've got a rear charge from Galatian swords onto these Oathsworn with a Galatian legionary supporting. My noble horse, I'm going to pop Warcry onto these light horse just to kill them off, and I'm going to be able to pull out just in time, I think, with my mercenary Syrian archers while his Oathsworn general is rushing after them. My horse skirmisher is still not able to do anything in this game. I've turned off Fire at Will, thankfully, because he's got these spear warriors that are just perfect bait for them. And at this point, I just need to target his general. I'm trying to get a lot of kills with my mercenary Syrian archers at this point. 15 kills with them on some really high value units, which is good. So you can see a lot of them are starting to die at this point. My Celtic slingers, 13 kills with them and 16 with the other, not bad. But his sword follower is just doing a lot of damage here. I'm forced to countercharge with my Galatian swords. We've got 66 kills on Oathsworn so far. And here, I've managed to charge in with my Galatian legionaries onto his Levy Freeman, so they will get destroyed very quickly. And now these Galatian legionaries will defeat those sword followers, of course. Galatian swords here going to get slaughtered by this huge blob. But again, this is a perfect time for my horse skirmishers to get rear shots onto these units. Starting to get some rear shots onto his Oathsworn. He's going to pull in with his Levy Freeman here to get a javelin volley off, but I don't know if they even have ammunition at this point. Here, my noble horse down to 28 units, again getting charged at by Levy Freeman. Their general recently died because of the general sniping with the ton of skirmish troops that I have. Pulling back with Celtic slingers, they will obviously be able to move back very effectively against these heavier sword followers. Meanwhile, his Oathsworn down to 54 units from mercenary Syrian archers. And now his Levy Freemen are forced to chase after my horse skirmishers. And my Galatian legionaries will obviously destroy these Levy Freemen here. I need to kill them off very quickly though. These Levy Freemen are actually doing a pretty decent role holding them up, because then I need to be able to charge into that sword follower, kill them off, and then charge into his Oathsworn. Here, his general will actually do very well against these Galatian legionaries. 52 kills with them. They're getting the better against these Oathsworn. But they will be able to kill off a lot of these Oathsworn because I'm getting some rear shots with my horse skirmishers. They're destroying so many Oathsworn with a single volley. Here, Celtic slingers being charged at by spear warriors. Not good micro from me. Again, charging in with my mercenary Cappadocians and getting some flank shots onto his sword followers while he's chasing after them. The Levy Freeman got destroyed because I got a rear charge with my horse skirmishers, and also that meant my Galatian legionaries could collapse onto the rear of his sword followers. Along with the general died penalty, their morale has been dropped to around 50, which means that a rear charge from Galatian legionaries will be too much for them. Here, getting some javelin shots with my Galatian legionaries before charging onto the rear of his Oathsworn. At this point, his general unit is down to 38 units. His Oathsworn have also been whittled down. He still has a lot of sword followers, those 77, 94, whatever. 112, 70 and 77. He's also got these spear warriors who've actually done a really good job considering the build that I brought. And at this point, I don't think I have a lot of ammo left on my mercenary Syrian archers. They're getting a ton of kills on those spear warriors though. And these Syrian archers doing pretty decent, getting some shots on his sword followers. My Galatian Legion is starting to waver here because they got attacked in the rear by those sword followers, but so are his Oathsworn. My mercenary horse skirmishers just took a huge javelin to their face from those levy freemen. But in general, the horse skirmishers actually done pretty well. Syrian archers on precision shot, getting rear shots onto the sword followers. We can all guess how well that's going to go for the... Oh no, they were actually shooting at the Oathsworn, which made them rout, which is great for me. My noble horse general not doing anything in this game so far. I'm pulling up close with them so that I can give a bait for these levy freemen to charge into. I might just charge in with my general. I'm putting on war cry just to decrease the morale of those levy freemen. About to charge in, but I'm going to pull back with my general just so that these levy freemen get caught by my Galatian legionaries, and that's going to be it for them. My Galatian legionaries over here getting ganged up on by sword followers. Here, Cappadocian Cav just killing off the rest of his levy freemen who are chasing after my foot skirmishers. Here, horse skirmishers still at full strength, not got a single kill because I didn't use fire at will for them. Which is actually good because blessing in disguise, because now they actually probably have a lot of ammo against some really whittled down units. Also charging in with my noble horse and killing off the rest of his spear warriors and slash levy freemen. He still has one spear warrior here with 72 units that's going to just chase after my my Syrian heavy archer. At this point, I have one unit of Galatian legionaries at half strength against a ton of sword followers, some of whom are just at basically full strength at this point. And I don't have many archers at all. So I'm going to charge in with my Galatian legionaries. He's blobbed up with his units, which is a good idea, and he's going to put shield wall with these units. Not a good idea though. He should have charged and got a counter charge with the deadly charge that these sword followers have. They should have counter charged. And the fact that he's blobbed up means that I can get very good shots with my full strength mercenary horse skirmishers. My Syrian archers are without ammo at this point. But again, these horse skirmishers also, I don't know if they have any ammo left, but at the very least they can cause some rear charges. I'm going to put shield wall with my Galatian legionaries, and I'm going to come in for a rear charge with my mercenary Cappadocian Cav. Levy Freeman here presenting a wall for my my horse skirmishers. And here you can see his sword followers are starting to waver. I've also popped Warcry, coming in with a rear charge from my noble horse. And one of his sword followers have actually routed. My Galatian Legion is shaken. I'm going to put a flaming shot with my mercenary horse skirmishers at this point because the morale debuff is going to be just too much for his units to handle. You can see they're starting to waver. 20 morale left on his levy freeman, and his sword followers are also going to be wavering because of army losses, along with flaming shot. And that is basically the end of this game, you guys. His spear warriors were just chasing after my mercenary Syrian archers, but costly victory to me and a really fun game. That's why I like bringing these odd builds, because it forces you to think outside the box and just do like weird stuff, and it makes for a pretty epic game usually. One of my Galatian legionaries getting 305 kills. What? Whom were they? I think they were killing the levy freemen and stuff, but at the end of the day they did really well. Some of the others did well too, but some of them just got slaughtered because they got charged at from all angles. But it actually helped me because that meant my Syrian archers could do some damage. At the end of the day, they didn't really do too much, but the horse skirmishers actually made up for it. One of these guys getting 61 kills, 57 kills on the Oathsworn, I might add, because I basically just targeted his Oathsworn. You could see that because he had a ton of sword followers at the end of the day, but he just lost all of his Oathsworn very quickly. 140, 96 and 97 kills are not good stats for a unit that costs so much. But his sword followers did very well too. Bringing a light horse was a risk, but it actually kind of paid off because they managed to hold down a lot of my units, and it forced me to start scrambling because of the extreme speed that these light horse units have. His heavy horse though could have played a much bigger role, but they got caught by my mercenary Cappadocian Cav pretty early on and got destroyed. If he used his heavy horse better, maybe he would have won this game. Anyways guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more. Peace.